for at home when you're doing this is it's starting to bubble and gelatinize. And if you could see this from above, you can really start to see it really start to gel.
So as you notice, my hair's on fire right now. This is just about the right time. Right?
Yeah, this is when you stop, when George's hair is on fire.
All right.
Okay, so stir, you want to stir, and you're going to start seeing a color difference. And
I've already got it.
Yeah, that's where
you're not going to see it on yours.
Keep going, keep going.
Look at this.
It's starting to stick together.
Yeah.
This is when you know that you're caramelized right, and this is going to be amazing.
Now, just for you guys at home to understand that when your nuts start to stick together, that's when it's getting to be really good.
What is cannabis doing for you?
Put some dog tags together, man.
All right, guys, hey, welcome back to PV Unfiltered. And guess what? He's back. Shoogie Man is back.
Papa Shoogie.
That's right. And this is going to be the first of what we hope to have many series of cooking. So we're going to also call this the Cannabis Cooking with PV 101.
Right on.
And as you, if you haven't looked at the podcast, you should go watch it. We told you we'd be back, and now we're going to actually take the ingredients and show you just a few ways that you can use Shoogies.
Right, and like last time we talked about Shoogies as an ingredient rather just an edible. So you can make edibles at home using Shoogies products. So we've got agave and we've got sugar, individual stick packs and value pack 20 packs. So George, let's just make a quick Shoogies cocktail.
You got to start that way.
Start out that way.
Absolutely.
And okay, George, so let's do some ice here.
Oh, this is the most important part.
There you go. Except for
dirty.
Shoogies. And we'll put that there.
Let's get the ice.
And we're going to use some delicious PV branded drinks here, which we have some pineapple lemonade and some pink lemonade.
So if you want to use a lot of ice, have at it.
Yeah.
But I think if you're going to put a little alcohol in there, you're probably going to keep it a little less. Right?
Yeah, so let's do this. Let's do 2 with the pink PV lemonade and 2 with the pineapple mango lemonade. And then we're going to add...
That's pretty close to precision right there.
There you go. Look at that.
I might throw just a
little more in there. Even it up.
All right, so now we're adding...
Yeah, and I'm going to use a half a pack of Shoogies. So this basically gives you 2.5 milligrams of THC per drink. Okay? And I'm going to add a little more Shoogies to the next 2. So about half in there. And put a little more in here. And now we're going to add a little soda water. And basically this becomes a Cannatail. So if you don't want...
Cannatail?
Yeah.
A Cannatail.
Cannatail.
That's the first. You're hearing that first, I believe.
I wish I patented it, but Cannatail is a non-alcoholic cocktail. It's great for anybody who doesn't want to drink alcohol.
All right, so now... It's in the bottom. Does this blend really well?
It is water soluble, so it will blend, but it will take a minute or two, especially with ice in there. So you give it a good stir in each one.
I typically use scissors for this, but today we're going to go ahead and use a spoon.
Well, yeah, scissors are, they're great because they kind of branch out and they make it a nice way to mix. With a spoon, though, it's really easy. Occasionally, you want to remix your cocktail if you're using the agave. Here you go.
Spoon?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to make sure that Tommy gets a full
mix.
Yeah, I can see. So, over a little bit of time here with a straw, you might get a nice draw off the beginning, right?
Yeah, right. If you want to let it settle and just slurp up that cannabis goodness at the bottom, that's what I would do.
Okay.
All right. So we'll give one of these to our director over here, producer. George, which one would you like?
I would like all of them. All right, well, here we go.
Cheers, George. Delicious cannabis goodness.
Fantastic.
Thank you. So now
that's a great way to get started.
It is.
Because if you're gonna cook and you're cooking with cannabis, you got to start with a refreshing cannabis drink.
You have to. It's kind of the law.
We're kind of pretending like it's summer right now. So now we're gonna move forward to
D's nuts.
D's nuts.
So. It's right now, post holidays.
D's nuts?
Sugar D's nuts, yeah, sure.
Okay.
I like that. We're gonna make a spicy nut. we're going to make a savory nut, and we're going to make a soy garlic nut. All 3 different things. And the reason I'm making
I can
these,
say right now, and I'm not going to.
we're making these because Shoogies is a product you can use at home. Make your own edible. So if you're looking at buying an edible for 35, 40 bucks or more, you can make your own edible with Shoogies products. Meaning you can have a savory, delicious snack of some nuts and have it in your cabinet and use it all the time.
As you're having a nice, refreshing drink.
Exactly.
What about like hot chocolate, coffee?
Absolutely.
Tea.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Some people don't want to have.
No, if you're going to do this and make.
You're sitting in Colorado right now. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to get it here.
You want something good and delicious and hot.
Yes.
Not cold drinks.
Right.
So hot chocolate's super good with the agave. It's also, of course, good with sugar. Tea is excellent with the agave, also good with sugar.
Is there really anything that's not good with it?
No, it's all good.
So make sure.
So now we're going to go through and we're going to make probably, what's your favorite nut? Walnuts, pecans, or almonds?
It's D's nuts.
D's nuts. Which one do you like more? Which one?
Let's do the pecans.
Pecans.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna make a spicy pecan, and you can see them here. Delicious pecans. There's no flavoring in this. They're available at any market you go to, and super easy to do. So everything here is idiot proof.
I'm gonna drop down here so I can get this for D's nuts.
Okay.
This is gonna be our
We're gonna
our
put
nut tray.
the nuts are gonna go on here after we fire them up.
This is where we're actually gonna start making some sense.
That's right. Here's your spoons. Okay, so the idea here is nuts have to be coated with oil first. Don't put your nuts into hot oil. Just remember that, kids, especially after drinking cannabis and cocktails.
Kids over 21.
Yeah, do not put your nuts into hot oil. So we're going to take a little
I knew there
bit
was something wrong.
of this PV branded canola oil. It's amazing stuff.
Yes, we build that ourselves.
We're going to put just enough of maybe 2 tablespoons in
Do
here.
we like these or?
In a second, yeah.
Okay.
And so where we
That's
go.
about how many tablespoons?
About 2 tablespoons.
Okay.
And so we're going to start off with this one first. You don't want high heat. If you do high heat, it will burn.
Okay.
And you want to go like this until
I'm gonna go ahead and step
clicks.
back over here and just let him go ahead and light that. I'm liking it. There we go. Okay. All right, so I'm back.
Okay, so for you people at home, we do have some fans and fire extinguishers here. And we're just going to get this oil all over the pan.
I'm gonna heat mine up.
Okay, we don't want it to be too hot,
Okay.
because then we're going to have some problems. Okay, so then once you get those done, so we're going to do the pecans first, and so we're going to turn this one all the way down.
All the way down. So you're trying to tell me to turn the heat.
So we're going to take these pecans and we're going to throw them into the pan. And then we're just going to stir them up a bit so they coat entirely. Why don't we do savory nuts over here?
Savory.
And those are walnuts.
I'm gonna make my nuts savory.
So many things could be said.
So many things are being said.
Okay, so what we want to have just a nice coating on the nuts.
So it's very important that you coat your nuts.
It is very important you
Right?
coat your nuts. If you don't coat your nuts, you don't know what's going to happen to you. That's going to be very important in the long run. Okay, so that's looking pretty good, and I know we can see it at home and up here. But
We're professional here. Let me get this in.
There you go.
Got a camera up above. Is it getting this too?
Perfect. And we're going to let that.
Do we need to move over? You wanna,
That's good. That's good.
it's okay if the nuts are close together.
All right, so we're gonna. All right, so that's good. So the pecans are going to be a spicy pecan, and with spicy pecan, we're going to use. We're always going to start both of these recipes with salt, just to drag out some flavor.
Okay. A little salt. And for you out there, these would now be salty nuts,
So,
right?
salty nuts. Okay, so there you go. So now what we're going to do is, and I have taken some Shoogies already and cut them up and put them in this jar, so it makes it easier for the recipes. On both of
Is this
these,
the point where I should light myself on fire?
don't light yourself on fire.
Like do something, you know what I mean?
We got Andy to do
Okay.
special effects.
So this spoon is in our home baker bag, and it represents 4 doses. So this would be 20 milligrams.
Wait, so
of
let's
THC.
go into this. This is in the home baker.
Home baker bag. That's
bag.
this one right here.
Okay, and what did you mix that with?
This is just pure Shoogies, but I squeezed a whole bunch of these things in to make this recipe making a lot easier. So we're gonna just put this in each one.
How many milligrams?
This is gonna be 20 milligrams. You're gonna lose about 20% of this due to the heating.
Oh. Well, see, mine's not sizzling.
Okay.
There we go.
So we're gonna stir it up. Yep.
Now, do we let this caramelize? Is that what we're looking
That's
for?
exactly what we're doing here. So these are going to be savory. So in that case, what we're going to do is we're going to use some thyme in these, and I'm going to put this in that.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and mix
How
that
much
up.
thyme would you say that is?
About a teaspoon, and some basil.
We never have enough time,
Never have enough time. And in mine, I'm going to add some
especially with these nuts.
cayenne pepper in these.
I've got one person out there that's laughing. She needs to be on here.
And we're going to put garlic in both of them. So here's a little garlic in there, a little garlic in this one. And the idea here is you really want to just keep turning these around until it starts to caramelize. Then we're going to turn it down on both of them.
Gotcha.
And then we're going to add sugar. Shoogie sugar is the last ingredient, and that's really going to
That's what's gonna
caramelize
really
it.
bring it together.
Exactly.
I have a feeling.
It's going to bring it together. Okay.
I think I'm getting here.
You are. So see what's going on here? So now I'm going to turn this baby all the way down. Oopsie. That didn't work out as planned. Turn this guy all the way down.
Smells really good.
All right, so that's down pretty low. And then we're going to take...
Over there. I'm going to turn mine all the way down. Put it pretty low.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay, so that's nice. But what we want to do...
Bang!
Oh, Jesus. What we want to do is make sure this is cooked through. Generally speaking, I'm going to put a little more salt on mine. What?
Okay.
So a little more salt on both of them. And we just want to cook this through for a minute or two. And while this is doing that, I'm going to have a sip of my delicious Shoogies cocktail.
I've been drinking the whole time. Okay. So
Okay.
we're going to double wham this, putting the Shoogie on top, the sugar.
That's right.
So what is this going to end up being as far as milligrams? Just ballpark. I mean, nobody's ever really...
Honestly, it's going to be about 15 milligrams with the agave, but we're going to add sugar at the end. So with the sugar packs, we're going to actually use... Why don't you hand me 2 of those sugar packs, George?
I can do that.
2 or 4 of them.
Well,
And
let's do 4. Can I add
2?
these too?
Yeah,
You
2.
seem to be controlling the whole Shoogie thing. Let's see if I...
Do it, man.
Okay.
I'm just going to use the scissors to make it easier.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to actually use the way that it's supposed to be done.
The pull tab.
Yeah. And
Okay.
pull the tab.
Okay. And then I'm going to throw 2 of these in there.
Yeah, I should have used the scissors.
Here, you want to do?
No.
Okay, there you go.
I'm not giving up.
All right. So there we go. So then I'm going to stir this up.
Sprinkle these, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm sprinkling sugar.
Yeah. So they're
On these nuts.
On these nuts. They're going to be sugary nuts.
They're savory.
That's right. Those are the savory ones. These are the spicy ones. I'm going to throw a little bit more spice in here just to kick these up a little more, because this is the final stage, and that should be fine with the savory nuts. So now you're just going to keep stirring it up.
Okay.
And and this is where you're really going to see
you gotta see if you can.
Dude.
You guys smell this?
it's amazing.
Oh my gosh! Look at that.
Okay, so what you want to look for at home when you're doing this is it's starting to bubble and gelatinize. And if you could see this from above, you can really start to see it really start to gel.
So as you notice, my hair's on fire right now. This is just about the right time. Right?
Yeah, this is when you stop, when George's hair is on fire.
All right.
Okay, so stir, you want to stir, and you're going to start seeing a color difference. And
I've
that's,
already got it.
yeah, that's where
You're not going to see it on yours.
keep going. And then
I
just,
think you might be right there.
I'm almost there. So when it's starting to bubble like that and starting to really get hard,
Your nuts are done.
I think mine doesn't do it.
Oh,
Okay. So,
smell of this is absolutely amazing.
so I'm actually going to shut my burner off. My burner is now off, and I'm just going to let it sit here and stir it for a minute or two as it caramelizes more.
Look at this.
Yeah, that's looking good, man. And see how it's starting?
yours.
It's starting to stick together.
Yeah.
This is when you know that you're caramelized right, and this is going to be amazing.
Now, just for you guys at home to understand that when your nuts start to stick together, that's when it's getting to be really good. And as you can tell, my nuts are starting to stick together.
Also, don't eat the hot nuts, okay? These will stick to your tongue.
These warm nuts are probably a good way to go.
There you go. All right, so I think we are both ready to pour. And what we're gonna do now is it's really important to get yourself a surface that you can put the nuts onto so it will cool. You want them to be cool.
There's nothing more important than a nice surface for your nuts to go on.
Exactly.
Right?
Well, it's a good rule to live by.
Okay. My nuts are ready. I don't know about yours.
I think your nuts are ready.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead, George, you're first.
Turn this off.
Yeah, turn that off.
So I don't catch my arm on fire. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of pour them out like this. Oh,
That's perfect.
that is, huh? I'm going to keep that half there.
Yep. And a good thing to understand
Spread them out. Should I spread them out a little bit so that they
yeah, exactly.
kind of...
You'll find that they clump up a little, which is nice because you can take them in little clumps when you're eating them. And you can also find that the sugar will cause them to become crystallized, and then you can break them apart. Okay, so now I'm going to do my nuts here.
I'm going to go put this in the kitchen. I'll be back.
Okay, and then we're going to make one more nut, and then we're done. Spread these.
All right, well, I put that in the kitchen.
All right. All right, so there are the pecans.
That is amazing.
All right.
Absolutely amazing.
All right, so now we're going to do...
Hang on.
All right. Cheers. Cheers again.
Cheers. We're at the semi-halfway point.
All right, so now we're going to do soy, garlic, Shoogies, almonds. Everybody loves almonds. It's a great way to make almonds. So I'm going to give those to you, but then first we're going to do the
let me do this one.
2 tablespoons of that.
This is 2 tablespoons right here.
Yep.
Boom.
Boom.
Okay. We heat the pan up. And as we did before, we need to really coat these nuts good.
Coat those nuts.
Okay.
All right.
Let's give it a second.
Yep.
Let's do one more.
Now, if you want to...
one more drink here.
Cheers. Now, if we want, we can make these with the PV spicy chili in there too, if you want.
That would be
Let's do that.
really good.
We're going to throw some of this delicious PV branded spicy chili sauce. So again, we're going to mix that up.
Right. And you should always use a metal spatula on a non-stick pan.
Yeah, it's the best way. That way you get that extra essence in there with your
You
nuts.
get that sound, you know, the chalkboard sound.
Ow. All right.
Okay, so we're gonna let this.
Let that settle for a minute.
Okay.
And then again, the first thing we're going to do is add that Shoogies agave as soon as this heats up a little bit. And remember, don't put your nuts in the hot oil. Never put your nuts in the hot oil. Never. All right, so here we go. All right, so there's the pre-squeezed agave packets.
So these are just agave packets.
Jeez Louise.
That you've squeezed into a jar.
That's correct.
Okay. How many of these are we putting in?
Just one.
Just one. We'll make sure that it's
drizzle it all around.
good, happy, full one. And we're gonna drizzle. Oh, you can already hear it.
Oh yeah.
Can you hear that?
Amazing.
This is cannabis cooking with PV. Look at this. I almost don't want to stir it.
No, it's pretty good. Look how good that looks. No.
That. Oh man, we gotta coat.
Look at that. So now the agave is getting infused onto the almonds. That was 20 milligrams of THC, 4 packets of agave in there.
So what would it cost me on something like that? Let's just throw that in there.
You know, based on the value pack here, that's going to run you less than $2.50.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. That's how you can make edibles at home cheaply and be very, very delicious. Okay, so now we're at the point, it's kind of bubbling.
A little bit.
It's got that little caramelized bubble.
Yep.
So we're going to throw in a little bit of soy sauce, very small amount. Don't overuse soy sauce.
Don't go overboard with the soy sauce.
Do not, because what'll happen to
That's it.
right there. Now give it a good stir.
Stir. Was that enough, or you think I should add a little bit?
No, that was perfect.
Was it?
Yeah.
You just want the essence of the...
Essence of the soy, because soy can be
this isn't
overwhelming.
sushi, right?
No, it's not. But see, it's really starting to see.
Oh, yeah, you can see it infusing really well.
Totally.
Okay.
All right, so
I'm
now
turn this down just a little bit.
Turn that guy
I
down.
feel like you had that up really high. Probably turn it down a little bit. There we go.
All right. So now what you want to do is take some of that garlic powder, and depending on how garlicky you like it, just lay it on however garlicky you want that.
Okay. So we got some garlic
Yeah.
powder.
No. While you do that, I'm going to grab the tinfoil because we need another thing of tinfoil out.
I feel comfortable with the garlic on these nuts. Oh, so this is where those nuts are going to live.
These nuts are going to live right there when you're done.
Okay.
Now, we do want to do the spicy chili sauce on this one?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes,
go
I
ahead.
think that's gonna be-
You dose them up.
Are we going to put, so no sugar goes on this?
The sugar is at the last thing.
Oh, the very last.
The sugar really gives you that crystallization and caramelizes at the last minute.
Gotcha.
Okay, so go for how much you wanted that
I
one.
love this.
Everybody loves
This
that.
is
I
like-
love that stuff.
This is like probably one of the favorites to have.
Yeah, it gives
so
it
we're
a little Thai spice.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, that looks good.
Oh, get that. Oh, that's good.
Look how good that looks. All
Okay.
right.
There you go. This is all ready to smell. Oh my gosh.
Now this time, what we're going to do is instead of, I'm going to estimate this, we're going to take it out.
Oh, look what happens. As soon as we put in the soy sauce and this chili sauce, who comes in? Yeah. Yeah, who's here? Oh, it's food. Oh, man. All of a sudden, just like remind you of home or something? Yeah. Well, guess what? You're going to get some of these spicy Asian nuts.
All right, so now we're going to throw a little sugar on top of here.
Whoa. How much sugar are we putting on?
We're going to use the equivalent of 4 packets, another 20 milligrams. Okay?
Okay, and this is precise, by the way.
It is, and this is our
He's
home.
been doing this a long time, so he knows exactly how much that is.
Our
I
home
think it
baker
was-
bag.
I think it was 3.5.
And this is expressly made for this type of use at home.
So tell me about the home baker bag, because we've caramelized these nuts. We've added the Asian sauce. We've added a little bit of the soy sauce, and just a hint of soy sauce. But the favorite thing is, as I said before, my wife Viviana makes the best banana bread you've ever had in your life. And with that, this is what she adds. And this is what holds it together. This is what keeps it from being banana soup. Believe it or not, it's the Shoogies.
Sugar.
Yes. So look at.
And look how, you can smell the soy sauce. You even put a small amount of
that
soy
little
sauce
bit,
in it. Yeah.
It's gone a long ways.
So don't
That
overuse
even
soy
brought
sauce
Luke
with
in
this.
here.
Yeah. I mean,
That little bit, that's like a fishing lure.
so you're so close to this being done now because it's starting to stick together and that sugar's doing its job.
Well, pretty much and done, or can sometimes be a long ways away.
You don't want to burn it though.
I don't feel like this is burnt.
No.
I feel like we're.
But look how nice and crystally and caramely it's getting.
Yeah.
This is where you want to be on your recipes,
Is my
guys.
hair on fire yet?
Not yet.
Okay,
not
it's
yet.
not done yet.
So not done. yet.
No. As soon as my hair's on fire,
Exactly.
that's when it's done.
So what do you think? Oh yeah, see how it drizzled off and just kind
I
of
think.
hung
I
together.
think my hair's on fire. We're done.
All right.
Okay.
So let's turn this off.
Turn it off now. Get a look at this.
Look at that.
Wow.
Delicious.
Do you think those are almonds?
Little sausages?
Yeah. Kind of look like it.
Okay, so this is the most important part too. You want to have this stuff really cool down. If you put one of these hot nuts in your mouth, it may be an unpleasant experience.
And this is where I don't say anything.
Exactly.
I leave whatever comment.
Comment below.
Isabella, my comment stays within.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So now we've got savory walnuts. We've got cayenne spiced pecans, and now we've got like a Thai garlic soy sauce almond. And look, all this stuff was under
Thai garlic
$35.
soy sauce.
Almonds, yeah.
Can we narrow that down to just say Thai almonds?
We can call it Asian almonds. How's that?
Asian almonds.
There you
Let's
go.
leave it at that.
We're going to call this the Asian almonds. So all of this stuff, about 35 to 40 bucks, all in, nuts, ingredients, everything. So you've got a very nice savory snack at home. Take it anywhere, eat it anywhere.
Right. So how many milligrams would you say are in each one of these nuts?
40 milligrams in each one, and they're pretty accurate, and that's going to be a nice savory sweet for you, knowing that what your dose is in each batch is important.
Now understand this too. We can't say how many servings this is,
No.
because that is one serving for me,
Exactly.
which would normally be maybe 5 or 6 to other people.
Right.
So that I'll eat on my own. This is probably 1.5 servings.
1.5. Okay.
But realistically, how many servings do you think it is?
I would say about 4 to 5.
4 to 5 servings per nuts.
Right. Now try them. Or amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
How quick was this? I mean, with all the takes back and forth and whatnot, I think realistically, this is what's important, is that this was actually made, like each one, you can make them in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you have your ingredients out, literally, it's just the time
Right.
of turning in the pan.
Yeah, and then you have a week or two worth of goodies in your cupboard ready to go. You know,
Where's a week or two?
well, you know.
Like this is a week or two?
Well, if you're by yourself and you just want a little munchies occasionally,
Okay.
Or for a party, this is a full party. Just you have a bunch of your friends
I don't know
over.
what kind of parties you're at, but D's nuts ain't gonna make it.
Well, you have to make more of these nuts.
Yeah. Maybe if you had the party where everybody was making them.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? But otherwise, it's really quick and easy to make.
Super easy and super fast, and the versatility. And I don't know if you can catch that on camera, but it just glazed perfectly, you know. And it's just, look at it, crunches off, and then
Yeah.
it just tastes delicious.
Are these, Isabella, I think these nuts are ready.
They're ready?
I think so.
Try it out, Isabella.
I think so.
My light.
You'll also find that the nuts, as they get cooler and cooler, and they go about a day, they're going to get crispier and crispier. And that's the benefit of the sugar really crystallizing again, and it becomes this really nice thing.
So how many stores would you say you're in California?
We're right now in 58 stores.
58 stores.
Uh-huh.
And when did you actually launch Shoogs?
In January 2018.
January 2018.
We weren't in full production till June of 2018, and then we weren't really distributing until late 2018.
So I've seen them in stores. I mean, I'm traveling around.
Yep.
And I have to say, I mean, this is the condiment. And we talked about this on the podcast too.
Thank you.
Is the fact that this should be in everybody's pantry. The agave, the sugar, the baking pack, it should be in everybody's pantry because it's so quick and so easy.
Yeah.
And as we always want to make sure, I mean, for here we were adding spoons and dumping bags and whatnot. But these are all set
5 milligrams
5 milligrams. So you know what you're getting.
every time.
That's a big thing. Because if for some reason this wasn't measured correctly, Tommy would probably be going home today.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So he's feathering his way into the day.
Exactly.
And so I think this should be on every counter.
Thank you. And the nice thing about Shoogies products is they're low roll. So they don't roll up and you can kill you really quickly. It's also the kind of thing you can have all night. So you can make these cannabis cocktails, which I'm going to make another one before our dessert segment.
Oh shit, we're doing another cocktail.
Yeah, we got another cocktail coming and a dessert segment. But you can have cocktails all night if you keep it at 5 milligrams. That means you can have a nice even ride
You haven't
all
met my
night.
wife. Oh, you met my wife.
I met your wife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, 5 milligrams?
Well, we'll start there.
Yeah, times that.
We'll
by
start
20.
there.
All right, guys. So now we're going to move on to the final, and probably my favorite is going to be, what are we calling this?
This is dessert.
Okay. So we went from D's nuts to dessert.
And no, really what this is a custard pastry that I bought at the French bakery here in San Diego. And the reason I got these.
Vons, right?
Yeah, it was Vons.
Okay. Vons.
Le Vin.
Bought it at Vons.
Le Vin.
Okay.
And the reason I got these is, again, you can get stuff at the market and you can make a delicious edible out of it. And so what we're going to do here, George, is you're going to open these guys up and we're going to sprinkle it on here and then we're going to caramelize this.
So this is where we get a
on
little
top.
messy too,
Jesus.
which is fun, right?
Having a hard time with these. Okay. So we're going to put 5 milligrams.
Kind of childproof.
We're going to put 5 milligrams on each one of these. So that's one entire packet of Shoogies sugar on each one of these. So I'll just help you out one
We
here.
can do this together.
And we want to have it pretty heavy on here so that it caramelizes and doesn't bake out the custard or the fruit. And what this is going to be is a nice THC treat for dessert. And I'll give it the last one here.
Oh yeah.
All right.
All right. So this is where the fun begins.
That's the fun. 5 milligrams of
I
THC
recommend
here.
everybody tries this at home,
All right.
right?
Stand back.
So this is where the fun begins.
Okay. Salute, George.
Oh, not yet. So turn it up as high as you can possibly get it. That's very important, right? Is my hair on fire yet?
Not yet. You're not done.
Okay. So now we're just going to torch, right?
That's right.
Keep it nice and even. I've done this with creme brulee.
For people at home who are doing this, you can use basically any torch like this, but you don't want to do it too aggressively. Right there is perfect where he's starting to get it all caramelized on top. If you really put the torch too hard down on this with too much fire, you're going to have a burn, and that's
we're
a problem.
caramelizing.
Oh, look at that.
As you can see, I have done this before.
That is beautiful. And what's going to happen is it's going to form a hard crust on top of the tart and on top of the fruit.
So if you've ever had a creme brulee, it's the same thing.
Same thing. But look how delicious that's looking.
Look at the berries.
Oh, the berries are starting to just get really nice. Oh, that's delicious looking.
You can't hold it like that.
Look at that.
We're almost there.
If you want more THC and you want more, you can add more sugar to each one of these if you wanted to. But look at this, like, that is amazing looking.
Are you talking about the creme brulee thing here?
Oh, it's delicious.
Okay.
All right,
Oh yeah.
that's one.
I've got, well, it's not one yet.
All right.
I'm paying attention to this fully. There we go.
All right, there's one.
Look at that.
Delicious.
So we'll go ahead and do one more.
Yeah, do one more.
We'll leave this one for somebody else to do. It's okay to make a mess with this stuff as well. So this you'll really get to see how it caramelizes. See that?
Look at that.
You ever? Are you a good marshmallow roaster?
Yeah, I am a good marshmallow roaster. I do have a,
I'll be honest with you. I'm usually the one that just sends it into the fire to burn.
just burn it up.
Yeah, but we're not doing that here.
But you're not supposed to do it like that.
What's that?
You're not supposed to burn the marshmallow.
Who says?
Who says that?
Who says that?
It's supposed to brown on the outside.
Oh, come on.
But who's the one that says that?
It depends on the times.
Are you one of those guys that's never burned a marshmallow?
No, I like burn.
Okay. Then why'd you?
That's all I do. Until I met someone that I ain't supposed to do it.
Don't do that.
Those little puffs of
Oh,
smoke.
look at that.
When you see a little puff of smoke like this, that's what you send out for people to smell, and then pretty soon they're
They're gathering at the
coming
door.
in. Yeah. So this,
Look at that, man.
that
Oh, that is it.
yes. So that I would say is pretty much
Dunsky.
perfect, right?
Yeah. Look at how beautiful.
So there's those two. It
And
goes from
that's what you
this
started with.
to that. Now, would you say give it just like a minute or two to?
Yeah, 5 minutes maybe, because they're going to be scaldingly hot, and you don't want to put that in your mouth. But it's just going to be delicious. It'll also form this nice hard crust on it, so when you hit it with your spoon or your fork, it's just going
Do
to
you actually
crumble.
hit it?
You'd smash it. Just
Okay.
smash the likes below.
All right. So these are.
We call this a creme brulee fruit tart, and available at Latham, where you can
Okay.
find that. Maybe Target as well.
So we have 1 pack of sugar,
5 milligrams of THC.
5 milligrams. So once again, this is 5 milligrams.
5 milligrams.
If you want to add a little bit more,
It's up to you.
can,
Yeah, you
right?
can. That's the beauty of the products
or
here.
maybe you're going to drizzle some agave on top.
Or you could take
know?
the home baker bag and just go hog wild with your dosage.
So on a side note with this, what about melting some chocolate with?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, a good one is.
Would you take like a really dark chocolate, get that melted, add in, your
yeah. Well, have you ever had popcorn drizzled with chocolate on it?
I have.
Have you had zebra chocolate covered?
Mm-hmm.
That's white chocolate, dark chocolate. Add one thing of Shoogies to it, or a couple things of Shoogies to each one. Drizzle it on your popcorn. Sit there and grind and watch a movie.
So I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you have any recipes on your site or anything
We do.
for this? Okay.
You can find cocktail recipes on our site. Cheers, George.
Cheers.
You can find edible recipes on our site. They're done by myself and Jeff the chef, and I think you'll really like what you see. If you have any suggestions about recipes you'd like us to do or PV to do, let us know, and we'll make them and post them on Instagram.
All right. Well, listen. Thanks for watching the first, not the last, PV Unfiltered cannabis cooking with PV 101. And
Thank you, George.
Thank you.
It's been a great experience, and
Cheers on this.
Cheers to you.
Okay, so what we have here that we've made today is D's nuts and D's tarts.
And these tarts.
And it's actually really simple, honestly. We're not talking about having to go out and do a whole bunch of things, because you know how a lot of people that consume cannabis just go buy your favorite thing. Add some Shoogies to it. It's just going to add that next dimension to whatever it is that you're eating. These are amazing. I haven't dove into those yet.
No.
But we will.
Those are going to be amazing.
So go to Shoogies.com.
Shoogies.com. Look for us at That Shoogies Feeling on Instagram, and you can find me at Papa Shoogie on Instagram. George, thanks very much for having us.
Cheers.
Cheers.
PV Unfiltered, out.